Wait, what? What am I watching? What is this? What am I? I'm confused and scared and angry. Also horny, but that's a separate problem. Mainly confused and angry. What is this? Huh? That was my initial reaction, at least, to the latest ep of Primal. In fact, I had to skip back to the beginning of the episode to make sure I was actually watching Primal and hadn't clicked on the wrong show by mistake. Fat, useless fingers can't even click on the right shows. God damn it! So episode 5 of Primal should be the start of the clash that's been building between Spear and Fnag and the Norseman, right?
No.
Maybe the Norseman hunts down our guys or takes them prisoner as they try to flee with Mira and the rest of the slaves, no?
No.
Maybe they end up going back to meet the leader of the Scorpion clan.
No.
What are you, having a nightmare? Stop saying that. It's freaking driving me nuts.
No, I'm just saying that's not where it goes. He gets grumpy when it's hot.
It is hot. Like, it's just your fucking son punch you in the face. Episode 5 is called The Primal Theory, and it's like a whole other thing. It's set in England in 1890, and yeah, exactly, England in 1890. You heard me right. And this is what I'm talking about. The animation style is kind of the same, but the setting and characters and, not to mention dialogue in English makes it feel like, I don't know. At first I thought I was watching like 101 Dalmatians or Peter Pan or ish. It starts with a bunch of snooty academics belonging to the Historical Society having a fireside discussion about modern man's evolutionary roots of savagery. And this guy's theory is about how we could easily slip back into such ways
when the weather is this hot
under certain extreme circumstances. And his peers, of course, ridicule him. So maybe you can guess where this is going already. The man who gets ridiculed always comes out on top. Was I a bit out of tune? They get a visit from a police officer and they learn that there's a murder in the region before starting to hear a bunch of creepy noises in the stately home. Creaks in the floorboard, that kind of stuff. You know the kind of stuff. And that creepy feeling escalates, and soon blood is dripping from the ceiling, and soon the whole thing turns into a hunt for a deranged serial killer and cannibal. And this guy is pretty scary. Kind of like Spear, actually. This guy can't just be brought down with the swift lefty to the chin. Oh no. And soon he's biting throats out to the panic cries of "Good golly!" This guy can leap around and is agile enough to dodge bullets. But yes, at this stage I'm thinking, this is great, but I think I'd rather just get back to the main story. The academics arm themselves, and one even pulls on a horned helmet, and you start to wonder if this is mirroring the events of the past episode, where the villagers, despite overwhelming numerical superiority, fail to take out one single Neanderthal, especially when you see this guy pull on this horned helmet, although he ain't no Norseman, is he? I mean, is he? He isn't, is he? Does the Norseman have a name yet? Like a web name, even? Let me know, maybe I missed it. Otherwise, I calling him Gary. Anyway, this is all pretty gripping stuff, with the academics down to 2, but only being able to wing him with firearms. Because, I mean, this guy's physical prowess is whoa. And I mean, whoa. They grab a sword and shield, and you realize, okay, this is definitely what the academic from the beginning was saying, and what we're seeing here is these characters who were insisting that people can't revert back to their savage roots are having to do exactly that. And very soon they're attacking this guy with anything they can lay their hands on. In this case, a massive femur bone. I think it's a femur bone. I don't know. Does it matter? A tree smashes through the roof, allowing the elements inside, and this guy, who was the main opponent of the savage inside argument, is standing shirtless screaming in the lightning, before, you guessed it, inflicting a thoroughly savage death upon the escaped convict. And it ends with this moment, with our civilized characters in a moment of reflection, and the main guy going like, "Ha!" proclaiming, "There you have it. Ha! His point is proven." And actually it's a good one, that, when you put in the context of the events that we saw in the last episode, it's very relevant, because I think what they are saying here is that we are all products of our environments, and our behavior is very much dictated by the circumstances around us. So maybe we shouldn't be so quick to judge Spear for what at times seemed like more brutality than was absolutely necessary in the last step. Because no matter how civilized we think we are, when push comes to shove, you don't always know how you're going to react. At least that's my take on it. All that said, as much as this episode made me think, a small part of me, does think it was a waste of an episode. It needs to be said. Jesus fuck, I am boiling my tits off. When you think about all the cool things we could have seen Spear and Fnag doing this week, to be lumped in with characters that we don't know, don't particularly care about, will probably never appear in the show again, and considering I waited a week for this, that small part of me was not massively impressed. But on the other hand, I've got a feeling that because this is such a break from the formula that we've gotten used to, it might be one of the most memorable. and one of the ones that you end up thinking about the most. And as I've said on this channel many times before, it's when the writers challenge our expectations of what's going to happen and deliberately frustrate us that often they give us the most compelling viewing. But Gandhi, let's not do this again, okay? Let's just stick to the story from now on. Can we do that? Can we do that, buddy? Can we do that? Can we do that? Have I mentioned how you look like Mr. Incredible? All right, make sure you guys hit like. It really helps the video get shared. And of course, subscribe if you aren't already. It's so hot here, I'm thinking about going to splash some boiling oil on my face just to cool off. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon for the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and cheerio. But you would have thought I'd have this fucking nailed down by now.